Hi, it's Elizabeth again. Let's solve one more of these percentage story problems. So let's start once again looking at Christy's checklist. Step one, we need to start by understanding the problem. We need to read and reread, visualize or draw it if we need to, look up any vocabulary we don't know, determine what we need to find the answer, and then identify the missing information. And remember, again, with percentage problems, we'll be given two things, and we'll need to find the third thing. So that's going to be our missing information. So let's take a look here. In a state with 6% sales tax, how much tax must be paid on a sweater that normally sells for $32? Okay, let me read it one more time. In a state with 6% sales tax, okay, that makes sense to me. I know that when I go to the store and I buy, in this case, a sweater, that I'm going to pay some tax on top of the price. So let's see. How much tax? Okay, so I'm finding tax. Must be paid on a sweater that normally sells for $32. And right here, I have identified what it is that I'm finding. And I am finding the amount of sales tax paid on a sweater that costs, and there it is right there, $32. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so let's go ahead, go back to the checklist. We're going to come up with a strategy and estimate the answer. And the great thing about the percent circle is we already have our strategy in place. So let's figure out what information we need to solve this problem. So I know right here that one of the things I'm given is the percentage, because right here I have that percent symbol. That's a signal. So I'm going to go ahead and label that. This is my percentage. Okay? And then how much tax must be paid on a sweater that normally sells for $32? Well, let me think about this. The tax is going to be less than the amount that I pay for the sweater, the regular price for the sweater. So the tax is going to be only part of what I pay. So this is going to be our whole. And if I'm finding the sales tax is the part. Now remember, I want to take my hand and cover up the thing that I don't know. This line means to divide, but in this case it doesn't look like we have to. I know the percentage and I know the whole, so I'm going to multiply them by each other. So I have 6%, and I'm going to multiply that by the whole thing, which I identified right here, and that's $32. Something that I need to remember right here is that this 6%, I can't really work with it in that form. What I need to do is I need to change it to a decimal, which I do by either dividing it by 100, or an easy way to do it that we've seen in our other videos is to move the decimal point 2 places to the left. And now I can work with this number. I have 0.06 times my $32. And then I just need to complete this operation here. Christy tells us to make an estimate. 6% is not very much of something. And 32 is not an enormous number. So I'm going to estimate that the tax I'm going to pay is actually going to be a pretty small number. I would guess that it's going to be less than $5. So let's see. When we multiply 0.06 times 32, that gives us 192. And I know about sales tax because I buy things all the time. And this seems pretty reasonable that I would have $1.92 of sales tax that I would pay on something that cost $32. So here's my final answer. And let's double check and make sure we found what we thought we were finding here. Okay. I was looking for sales tax, 6%, and I want to know the total cost of the sales tax. And here I found it right here. So on my sweater that costs $32, I will pay $1.92 in sales tax.